Let's go to Lawrence in Wembley. Good evening, Lawrence.
And good evening to you, Simon. One can only imagine what this guy has gone through. I myself can go back 45 years when, on the word of a police informer, I was implemented in a large robbery, which I had nothing to do with. 2 o'clock in the morning, there was a knock on my door, and about 10 policemen and 1 policewoman came into my flat. I was taken away to the police station in the West End. I was put in a cell for 12 hours. And then I was interviewed, and a lot of pressure was put on me to make a confession, which I said, well, I'm not going to. I knew that I knew that I couldn't make a confession for something that I didn't do, because if I did, then that would, that the consequences of that. So I just, and a lot of pressure was, in those days, you didn't get a solicitor. They questioned you. You did it. We've got your mate next door. He's told us everything. He's confessed. So and when I denied it, one of them hit me round the head. You did it. Anyway, ultimately, the police opposed bail, but I was granted bail. But I had to get 2 sureties before I could go free. And then I was taken in a Black Maria to Brixton police station, to Brixton prison, waiting for the sureties to be found, who had to put up quite a lot of money. Ultimately, fortunately, I had the means to obtain a top defence.
So did the case come to trial, Lawrence?
What happened is I employed a very eminent Queen's Counsel, and it came to a pre-hearing in the magistrates' court to establish whether there was a prima facie case that could go to trial. I think at that point, the police realised that I was innocent, and the prosecution offered no evidence, because it was said that I'd made no confessions, and but as I say, this guy spent 38 years for something that he didn't do, and and if it wasn't through the fact of this new DNA, it never come out. It's terrible. And things have moved on now,
Right, Lawrence, I mean, neither of us can possibly put ourselves in the shoes of someone who every night for the last 38 years has gone to bed knowing that he's banged up for something that he didn't do. But in your case, psychologically, when you were first accused of that crime and questioned about it and questioned about involvement in a robbery in which you had no involvement, that must have been terrifying.
Well, it wasn't only terrifying because it was a whole year of going to before it actually came to that hearing. You were just sort of going and then continuing. And it did affect me. The whole thing did. It probably it probably did have a great effect on my life afterwards. It rocked me. The whole episode really did. I can tell you. You know.
And I'm guessing you were offered no compensation? Is there compensation for being wrongly accused?
Well, what happened was I got costs from the court. I was then invited to New Scotland Yard, and I saw an assistant commander, and there was an apology. I could have took it further, but my legal team advised me it probably wouldn't be a good idea, you know. So the fact that I was, got an apology from that high level, I felt, okay, let's move on.
Let sleeping dogs lie. Yeah, absolutely. Lawrence, thank you so much for calling in and sharing that experience with us.